Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel Earth Global. In this video we are going to talk about dinosaurs. But before moving on to dinosaurs, let's first talk about the prehistoric life. Before then, the Earth was once covered by huge sheets of ice. This happened several times during Earth's history and we call these as frozen times ice ages. However, the ice ages are a tiny part of prehistory. Before then, the world was warm and lakes and seas covered the land. Even earlier than this, there was little rain for thousands of years and the land was covered in deserts. Over millions of years, weather and conditions changed. Living things changed too. That's because in order to survive, this is called evolution. Next, the life begins. Life began a very long time ago. Over millions of years, their remains turned into shapes in rocks called fossils. The first fossils are over 3,000 million years old. There are tiny blobs called bacteria living things that still survive today. The first plants were seaweeds, which appeared about 1,000 million years ago. Unlike bacteria and blue-green algae, which each just had one living cell, these plants had thousands of cells. Some seaweeds were many meters long. They were called algae, the same name that scientists use today. You know the first animal that lived in the sea? Well, the first animal that lived in the sea was soft as jelly. Over 600 million years ago, some of the first animals were jellyfish, floating in water. On the seabed, there lived groups of soft, feathery-looking creatures called Chania. This animal was an early type of coral. Chania caught tiny plants in its feathers. One of the first hunting animals was Anomalocaris. It lived 520 million years ago, swimming through the sea in search of prey. It caught smaller creatures in its pincers and then pushed them into its mouth. Anomalocaris was a cousin of crabs and insects. It was one of the biggest hunting animals of its time, even though it was only about 60 centimeters. Next, we are going to talk about the first fish. The first fish could not bite, and they were suckers. About 500 million years ago, the new animals appeared in the sea. The first fish didn't have jaws or teeth and probably sucked in worms and small pieces of food from the mud. The first really big hunting fish was bigger than the present great white shark. Dunkleotus grew to almost 10 meters in length and swam in the oceans 360 million years ago. It sliced up the prey, such as other big fish, at present to using its massive teeth made of narrow blades of bones. Next, the animal invaded land. The first animal on land lived about 450 million years ago. These early creatures which came from the sea were called as arthropods. That means the creatures with hard outer body casings and joint legs. Soon four-legged animals called amphibians were rising across the land. Amphibians were the first backboned animals to move fast out of the water. A farmer had long legs and could run quickly. However, prehistoric amphibians like frogs and newts had to return to water in order to lay their eggs. Next, we come to the important point of this video about dinosaurs. For more than 160 million years ago, the dinosaurs ruled the land. They ruled the land for about 160 million years. There were many different kinds of dinosaurs, such as huge and tiny dinosaurs, tall and short, slim and bulky, fast and slow, with fierce sharp-toothed meat-eaters, and also peacefully munching plant-eaters were some of them. Do you know the meaning of dinosaur? Well, it means terrible lizards. But you will wonder, are they really lizards? Well, dinosaurs weren't lizards. The earliest dinosaurs stalked the Earth almost 230 million years ago. They lived in what is now called as Argentina and in South America. They included Euraptor and Herrerasaurus. Both were slim and fast creatures. The biggest meat-eating dinosaurs were the largest predators even to walk on Earth. Allosaurus, which lived 150 million years ago in North America, reached almost 10 meters in length, while Tyrannosaurus rex, also known as T-Rex, from 66 million years ago was 12 meters. In South America, Giganotosaurus was slightly larger, while in North Africa, Carcharodontaurus and Spinosaurus were even bigger, the largest meat-eating dinosaurs known so far. Next is the nests and eggs of the dinosaurs. Like other animals, dinosaurs too produced young babies by laying eggs. These hatched out into baby dinosaurs that gradually grew into adults. Different dinosaurs laid different sized and shaped of eggs. Some dinosaurs made nests for their eggs. Oviraptor lived more than 75 million years ago in what is now called as the Gobi Desert of Asia. It probably scraped a bowl-shaped nest in the soil about 1 meter across. Into this it laid about 15 to 20 eggs in a neat spiral shape. Next we are going to talk about the dinosaur fossils. We know about mainly from their fossils of their body parts. These took thousands of years to form, usually on the bottom of lakes, rivers, or seas where sand and mud can quickly cover the parts and begin to preserve them. If the animal died on dry land, its parts were more likely to be eaten or rot away. Not all dinosaur fossils are from the actual bodies of dinosaurs. Some are the signs, traces, or remains that they left while alive. These also included eggshells, nests, tunnels, footprints, and claw and teeth marks on food. Dinosaur droppings also formed fossils. They are called coprolites and contain broken bits of food, showing what dinosaurs ate. Some dinosaur droppings are as big as a suitcase. Next, we are going to talk about a big meat-eating dinosaur known as Tyrannosaurus rex or T-Rex. T-Rex full name is Tyrannosaurus rex, as I said before, which means king of the tyrant lizards. But anyway, it wasn't a lizard. It was a large carnivorous or meat-eating animal in the reptile group known as dinosaurs. A simple definition about T-Rex. This is the internal body of the Tyrannosaurus rex. That means the inner parts of the T-Rex. The skull of T-Rex. The skull of T-Rex is well known from several good fossils. They show that the large eyes were set at an angle so they looked forward, and to the sides. This allowed T-Rex to see an object in front with both eyes and judge its distance well. The eyeball of Tyrannosaurus rex were up to 8 cm across, but those of today's giant squid are almost 30 cm. In this picture of the skull of a Tyrannosaurus rex, can you see something like chewing gum? Well, it's the brain of the Tyrannosaurus rex. Where did dinosaurs live in the world? This figure shows where different kinds of dinosaurs lived in different parts of the world. Next came the end of the dinosaurs. About 65 million years ago, the age of dinosaurs came to an end. Fossils preserved in the rocks showed a great change at that time. However, the fossils also show that creatures like fish, birds, and mammals carried on. Then you may have a question like this. What happened to kill off some of the biggest, most successful animals in the world has ever seen? Well, there are many ideas. It could have been a disaster or a combination of several. This disaster may have been caused by a giant lump of rock, an asteroid or meteorite. This came from outer space and smashed into the Earth. This impact threw up of vast clouds of water, rocks, ash, and dust that blotted out the sun for many years. Plants couldn't grow in the glue, so plant-eating dinosaurs died. This meant meat eaters had less food, so they died too. That means meat-eating dinosaurs depend on plant-eating dinosaurs directly or indirectly. So we have come to the end of our video. Thank you for watching. See you next time with our new video. Until that, have fun.